What happens when a wounded jaguar faces rising lava and no way out? The rescuers had only minutes to decide, but what happened next stunned even those who thought they had seen everything. Late afternoon in the highlands of southern Ecuador. The sky hung low and orange, casting deep shadows over the black volcanic slopes of Sierra Negra. The air smelled of scorched rock and minerals, dry and acrid, like metal left in fire. In the distance, faint tremors rippled through the earth, barely noticeable yet persistent, like a low heartbeat beneath the crust. A wind swept across the mountain ridge, rustling dry ferns clinging to the stone. It carried with it the sharp scent of something living, something injured. Ayu moved slowly through the terrain, her body low and silent. She was a young jaguar, no older than 4 years, her golden coat patterned with rosettes that flickered against the charred stones. Her muscles moved beneath her skin like drawn wire, taut and deliberate. Every step was careful. She was not hunting for herself. Behind her, miles away, hidden in a rocky cleft, two cubs waited, still too young to walk far, let alone hunt. Ayu had not eaten in nearly 2 days, but the scent she followed now was different. It was a fawn, alone, limping, bleeding, a vulnerable target. She reached the edge of a narrow ravine, deep, jagged, sliced into the mountainside by ancient lava flows. The fawn had slipped down into it, trembling, unable to climb out. Its front leg was twisted, broken from the fall. Ayu watched in silence, and then she did something unexpected. Instead of attacking, she stood still. She lowered her head and took a step back. Something was wrong. Her instincts pulled at her. The air rising from the ravine was too warm, too sharp. She stepped closer, looked down. At the bottom, half hidden by the cracked rock, a faint red glow pulsed like a slow breath. Lava, not a rushing river, but a steady seep of molten rock pressing its way to the surface. The ground beneath her was fractured, black crust over heat. She turned to leave, backing carefully away. One step, another, and then the earth gave out. It happened fast. A sharp crack, then silence, followed by the sound of rock breaking, sliding, collapsing. Ayu fell with the stone. Dust and heat exploded around her. She hit hard, body twisting, claws scraping at nothing. Sharp edges tore at her flanks. Her head struck stone, dazing her. A heavy slab pinned her back leg. The world spun. Then everything was still. Only the sound of bubbling lava nearby remained. She opened her eyes slowly. The sky above was just a sliver now, framed by stone. Her chest rose and fell, rapid and shallow. Her mouth was open slightly, tongue dry. Each breath burned. She tried to stand. Her front legs moved, her hind leg trapped. The rock was too heavy. She growled, a weak, choked sound. Smoke drifted around her, not thick, but enough to sting her eyes. The smell of burning earth filled her lungs. Her ears flicked once, catching a sound, something moving up above. Then she lay still again, panting. From the top of the ravine, a small shadow appeared. It was a boy, no older than 12. His name was Jose. He stood frozen for a long moment. He had seen jaguars before, always from far, always as shapes. But now, there she was, wounded, trapped, and looking straight at him. He did not run. Instead, he turned and disappeared over the ridge. 30 minutes later, he returned with an older man in a dusty veterinary jacket, carrying binoculars and a field bag. A geologist followed close behind. She is alive, the veterinarian said quietly, looking down into the crater. She is pinned, said the geologist, and it is unstable down there. Below, Ayu shifted again, groaning. The movement sent a puff of dust into the air. The rock above her leg trembled, but did not move. "We do not have time," the vet said. "That lava is coming up." "We cannot leave her here." The boy watched them silently. His fists were clenched at his sides. No one yet had a plan. The jaguar was still alive, but the mountain, it was changing, and so was the air. But what happened next with the animal was even more unexpected. You do not want to miss what comes next. The sky had darkened. Faint clouds rolled in over the ridge, tinged in iron gray, muting the fading light. The air had grown heavier, humid with heat trapped under stone. From the ground, a slow hissing rose, not loud, but constant, a warning. Down in the collapsed ravine, Ayu's breathing had grown uneven. Her flanks rose and fell with effort. Her fur, once smooth and clean, was matted with dust, sweat, and ash. The stone that pinned her back leg had not shifted. Every attempt to free herself sent a sharp tremor through her body, followed by stillness. Her ears flicked weakly. She could hear movement above again, voices, cautious footsteps on loose gravel. Then something new, the metallic clatter of ropes and gear. She turned her head slightly, eyes locking onto the ridge. The boy was there again, Jose, crouched beside the veterinarian. The older man was speaking into a radio. His voice was calm but firm, focused. Moments later, a ranger arrived. Then another. They brought a winch, harnesses, safety lines. They were not trained for rescues in lava zones, but there was no time to wait for experts. The plan was dangerous. One would descend with tranquilizers. The others would anchor the ropes. If they were lucky, the ground would hold. Ayu's body tensed as the first rope dropped over the edge. She growled low in her throat, a sound more from instinct than strength. Her tail flicked once, sluggish in the heat. Her front paws dug slightly into the dust as if bracing. The veterinarian descended slowly, keeping his weight centered. Every foothold was tested. The rock beneath him felt warm, warmer than it should be. Steam curled from cracks in the stone, wrapping around his boots. His eyes never left Ayu. 10 feet away, then 6, then 3. She watched him, unblinking. He spoke softly, not words meant to soothe, just sound, calm, steady, no sudden moves. He lifted the dart gun. It clicked. A soft hiss. The tranquilizer struck her flank, a clean shot. Ayu flinched, teeth baring slightly, then lowered her head. 30 seconds passed, then a minute. Her body grew heavier against the stone. She did not sleep, but she stopped fighting. The vet moved quickly now. He checked her pulse, her eyes, her breathing. Then he examined the leg, broken, but not shattered. The real danger was the weight of the stone and the heat. 2 rangers began lowering down the gear. Pulley, straps, crowbars. "Keep talking," the vet said quietly to Jose, who sat on the edge above. "Just keep talking." Jose did. His voice was soft and steady, even as his hands gripped the edge of the rock. The veterinarian slipped the first harness under Ayu's chest. The second went around her hindquarters. Then came the hard part, lifting the stone. The crowbar slipped on the first try. The ranger cursed under his breath. Second try. Better. The stone shifted. Ayu's body slid slightly. Then a sudden hiss. The ground trembled beneath them. A long crack opened nearby, releasing a plume of hot vapor into the air. "Get her out now!" someone shouted. The winch groaned. The harness tightened. Ayu's body rose, inch by inch, from the ground. Her back leg hung limp, but the rest of her remained still. She was halfway up when another tremor hit. Smaller, but enough to rattle nerves. The winch held. Within 2 minutes, she was level with the ridge. The team pulled together, fast, focused. Her body was laid gently onto a thick canvas stretcher. The vet checked her vitals again, still breathing, heart steady, just sedated. No words were exchanged, only nods. They moved quickly back toward the jeep, the glow of lava flickering faintly behind them as the ravine continued to shift. The climax of her story is just beginning. Everything is about to change in the next moments.